Good morning, guys. Good morning, Gabriel Cat. Good morning, Lubislav. I did watch the video. I did, and honestly, it was it was a good reminder because that's something I learned a few years ago, where it talks about putting our focus on being instead of doing, and the only problem I ever run into when I try to do that is I find myself starting off strong, but like my priorities, like whether I try to do this intentionally or not, it's like I'll start with spiritual disciplines for the purpose of just being in love with the word, being in love with doing those things. And I find myself getting so busy sometimes though that I end up like, I set time aside at certain parts of the day to do this or that. And I'll find myself, some days if I get too busy or whatnot, I'll miss something, and then I'll feel like I need to do it to just check it off. So it's so true, like what he was saying about being instead of doing. It's harder done than said though. It's harder done than said, but when you can do it and put your focus there, it like removes a massive burden in life. So I appreciate you sharing that with me because I needed to hear it again. I did. What's up, guys? You're gonna have to change your name on stream, because I'm not gonna say what's up to Booty Freak on the stream, but you're gonna have to tell us your name to call you something else. But good morning, Josh. The Ninja Trader account is ready. $500 is in the account. We're gonna trade a micro straight off of TradingView. We're gonna need to figure out what to do now with this prop challenge. Maybe I'll try to place the trades on the side, or maybe we take the prop challenge trades in the evening. I don't know if I can be there today, but we're still up like over 6, I think maybe, yeah, like over 6%. That's a crazy name. We're just gonna have to call you like Richard or something. Yesterday was pretty much break even. I think it was slightly negative because of the last trade. Like maybe I think we lost like 0.25%. But it was pretty much break even. Now, had we not done as much as we did yesterday, we talked about this, we would have been profitable. But there was a few mistakes I made when it comes to, I didn't take the first trade that presented itself to us yesterday, which would have pushed over 100 ticks. And then we were trading into, did we trade hour 2 yesterday? I don't know, actually, maybe let me check. Oh yeah, and then we keep trading for too long. So that's part of the problem too. So we're only doing an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening. So, I did say I was going to do the lines during this today. I removed the records. It was too hard because we were getting in so many trades and trying to put it up and down and whatnot. You guys, you'll see I'm always going to be transparent with my account and show you guys. We're just starting off with $500. When it comes to like futures, it's my understanding that you can make much more with a little bit. Whereas with Forex, I would have to deposit like 5,000, 10,000 in to make like a few $100 in a week. You know what I mean? So it's a little different. Let's do the lines though. I'm going to show you guys how I do it. I already did the wick market structure. I'm assuming most of you are pretty familiar with that, but let's just start with lows that pretty much have been taken. So we'll draw this on. I'm basically just drawing on the lows that have been taken for swing points. So anything that's been like touched at all. This one hasn't, clearly has not, is currently being taken. Which, if it's currently being taken, it's the first time, that's going to be in the same category as not taken, which we'll do with these other ones right here. There's a reason for it. Same thing with these swing points on the top. Ones that have not been tapped or taken, we're gonna just leave orange. That's because there's a different way to enter off of those, because when we approach them, it's not gonna be for the first time. Or no, it is gonna be for the first time, I should say, instead of like the second time, which is the blue and red lines. Now we're just doing the swing points on all the buy side swing points that have been taken. That's what we're drawing on right now. Right here. Right here. And this is how we get this mess that we've been seeing. And this is it. This is all I do. Now we've got stuff to work with. We're gonna wait though until 9:30, but you can see, okay, so technically we can change this to red because it's been taken at this point. But what the play is, when something like this has been taken for the first time, guys, and when we have an orange line like this, we see, okay, this candle closed through it right here. This is how we approach the ones that hadn't been taken before. Now, after we had bust through that line right there, we're waiting for price to pull back in the range. We get that to happen on the screen candle, and then on the very next candle, this down candle, we break back out of it. On those plays, you just put your stop right above there and you trail candles to candles as they go for you. Same thing would be this scenario right here with this orange and this orange and this orange. Basically looking for a very small flip play like that. We had one of those on, I forget what day, maybe Tuesday, that we took at the top of a range. It was over here. It was over here. It was a beautiful trade. It was right here. You guys remember? This was a swing point, an orange one, for that matter, that hadn't been taken. And then what we do? Pushed out, flip back in, immediately flip back out, and then this was just a quick little flip play, which you can see they do pretty well, right? For those points that hadn't been touched before, which clearly, same thing right here. We're getting that nice smooth run down. Now, this though, now that it's been taken, we can make this red. So this is an area, if we come back above now, we can sub below. Same thing with this one now. We're not taking any trades right now. We got 4 minutes till it opens, but I want to keep just kind of locked in with price. That way we know, like, these points that are being taken, we want to flip those colors to red, because we know now if we come back on the other side, we can end up going, we can sell below. I don't really want to trade this prop account. I'm definitely not putting my focus on it, and I'm just gonna keep trading view on the screen, but I'll show you guys too, just for transparency's sake. This is where it's at right now. It needs to get to 5,500. We're at like just shy of 5,300, and then that will be funded. So same thing with this line. This line's being taken, sells below. If we come back above and then go lower again, because guys, once price has taken this point, what has price done? It's indicated lower prices, right? Same exact thing with this point right here. It's been taken. What happened last time it got taken, which is right now technically, prices went lower again. And so that's how we're creating these levels to work off of. Looks like we're gonna bust through a lot of these untouched levels before we even start the day, maybe. Maybe, potentially. It's first day trading cash account too. First day trading the cash account. So like, for example, now that this swing point's been broken, if we decide to go lower again and close below here, we could see price fall. I'm not getting in anything before 9:30, and I'm definitely not getting in on the 9:30 candle either, by the way. The soonest entry I'll possibly have is 9:31. We've got a lot to work with. I would rather just be patient with it. But you guys can see too, off of these levels, price fell below, ended up going shorter some, came back above, ended up going shorter some right here, came back above, ended up falling short. Same thing once we broke below here, came back, fall short, broke here, fell short. So we're seeing like these things play out pretty consistently. Look at sells below here, fail pretty quick, but then buys back above this blue line. Right, those work out pretty well right there. Same thing right here. Buys are working out pretty well. Sells below this line, working out pretty well. You see how these lines are pretty important, right? Like, they're not going to be flawless, as you have seen in some of our trades, but they're very good places to enter off of and try to get quick price movements to scalp. It's just enough to be a pretty successful model if we manage it right. If we're not greedy and we can just get used to taking profits when they present themselves, we're gonna be good. All right, guys, this is 9:30 candle right now. I'm gonna have I guess the prop account up too. Not gonna be super focused on it. Yesterday there was a play right off the bat for a sell. If it gives it to us again today, we'll honestly take it, but I don't know if it will. Or a buy. No, I don't know about a buy happening. We'd have to go up quite a bit in 20 seconds. We might see it though. We're gonna close above. I just bought. I thought I just bought. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't, but why couldn't I? Okay, we're in. Where's my stop loss? No way, it just reversed. I'm closing. We're up $19. I don't know what the heck just happened. I did not mean to reverse my position. We're up 19 bucks. I just closed in profit though. Chill out. What the heck just happened? Apparently I don't know how to use stop loss orders on futures yet. So we just made 4% on our account though. That's what I'm talking. How do we use futures, or how do we use execution labels? Get that off. How do I use a stop loss? Does anyone know? I want a market order with a stop loss. Wow. We're gonna have to just close manually maybe. If we bust through all of these right now, we're gonna have to go short. We're gonna have to close manually until we figure it out, I guess. Alright, we're out. We need to figure out how to do this though. Why the heck can't I... I'm not comfortable being in that without a stop. I'm entering yeah, they're not there though. They're not there when I do that. It's like only there when you have a limit order. I'm looking it up. Why wouldn't it let us sell? Okay. So where's the stop loss order at? Let's do this really quick. No, logging out's not gonna help us. It looks like limit orders are the only thing, but that's not gonna put me in the market right away, is it? What the heck? So stop limit, is stop limit gonna be what we need to be doing? We took a good profit on that. We would have got trailed out above this candle high anyway. So we're in a good place. No, I just tried. I just tried to hover and slide it. It doesn't let you when you do a market order.
Your future.
Watch this guy's video. He's got to speed up though, because we don't have a lot of time.
And we're also going to talk about the difference between a stop market order and a stop limit order and why this one order type could leave you very exposed. So to start things off, when you first open up a chart, you get whatever instrument you want up in the tab. What you want to do is you want to click on this icon right here. What this is going to do is this is going to open up Chart Trader. You might say, Mike, I don't want to hit all these buttons over here. Well, even if you don't want those buttons, I would still highly encourage you at minimum, have it where it says Chart Trader hidden. And that's going to be because it's going to open up other possibilities for us. Now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to place a trade real quick. We're simply going to go ahead and hit buy market one contract. Now we can see that when we got into the trade, we don't have a way to get out, nor do we have a way to protect our stop loss. And I know some people like to go ahead and let the trade develop and, just have a stop loss in and keep moving that stop loss up. Well, that's one of the things Chart Trader is going to do, because if we go ahead and we right click on our chart right here, we can see we have two different stop loss order types. We have a buy stop market and a buy stop limit. However, if we come back over here real quick and we turn off Chart Trader and we right click on the chart, you can see we do not see those options. And if you come over here and you have Chart Trader hidden, then you can see those options will be applied. So if you do not want to have Chart Trader on, if you don't like it for whatever reason, then at minimum, do yourself a favor and at least under this tab, have it where it says Chart Trader hidden. That way you have the options to go ahead and place stop loss orders. Again, this is one of the simplest ways to place stop loss orders in NinjaTrader. Now, if we simply go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and click sell stop market order. And what we're going to do now is we're going to hit play. And if the market continues to go in our favor, one of the things that we can do is we can continue to move it up. If the market comes down towards our price, then you know what? Ultimately, we are going to be taken out of this trade. And I'm going to move this up because I want you guys to see that it will at some point be taken. I'm going to speed up the control head on playback. You can see we're in profits now. Maybe we want to move our stop loss to break even. That way we mitigate the risk on the trade. Now at this point, whenever we get out, it's either going to be a profit or it's going to come back and hit our stop loss like it just did. Now, I would still highly encourage having Chart Trader up because you have this close button.
What the heck? I probably should have put the video on. He's using the NinjaTrader platform though. Let me find a different video. I think it's just a stop order, but that seems like it's going to be a pain to try to go to the trade tab and all that. What in the world? Let's log out. Let's see if I log into a paper trade account. Connect. Let's short. We're in paper trading. Yeah, right. It lets us use the stop now. Okay, let's do this though. Let's say protect position. So I don't think we had that option. We just had the reverse position option. But if we do this, we go to a stop order and we put a stop right here. Let's just do that and then put a buy stop. Let's see if this takes us out like a stop loss. Imagine we just get a crazy runner right now. This might be how we have to do it. Yep, okay, now we know. Just made 129 bucks too on that, by the way. I'm kidding. I'm just playing. That was not real, clearly. Alright, I don't think you guys are gonna be able to see my password, but if you do, there's 500 bucks. So $531. We're up over 5%, over 6% for the day. Should have been taking these trades on the other account. We might have just passed. I didn't take them though on the other account. All right, guys, we're locked in. We know what we're doing now. It's not as easy as we thought, but we're gonna be good. We just probably want to have this stop limit order, so that way, like, we'll just, yeah, we'll do it when we need to. Okay, 15 minutes. Let's lock in. We're about to scale this account up, but we're gonna do it the right way. These 15-minute candles been trailing lower. Kind of just falling off a cliff right now. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know how futures works, but that's that could be the big flaw that they've got. But it will be stop limit, buy or sell. I'll just have to drag.
What if you can install this dead simple trading system and start making $200 to $700 a day in 2024? Our unique SPX strategy is flat out changing.
So apparently in futures you don't have that ability. If I sell by market with a stop too, it doesn't even look like it gives a stop option. We'll try. We'll put on like a 50 tick stop next time we get in a trade just like this, just to see if it's beneficial. But I don't see, like, with the stop limit, like, would we technically sell right now? Like, if I got into this trade, would it just put us in right here? Let's try something back on paper trading really quick, because we're kind of away from price action right now. Let me make sure we're on. All right, let's say stop, buy, 25 tick stop. Now it's different. It's not giving us the option. Oh yeah, because you want it. It wants you to. It wants to meet that, right? So like, yeah, that's not it. It looks like it's different though over here. Yeah. Yeah, but when I try to see, you see like this is what it looks like, and then we gotta stop. Yeah, it's mainly because of that. That's not what we want. We only want to put the stop order in once we're in the trade. So we got to get in by market. I'm gonna try to enter with a stop loss. Doesn't seem like it's gonna work just because it's not even showing up on the chart right now, but we'll try. Worst case scenario, we got to put the stop limit on. Wait, so you're saying switch the stop limit? I'm pretty sure market is when you enter orders instant. It's either limit or stop limit. No, yeah. So I know it's the stop limit's how you put on a stop loss. Now, how do we enter with that stop loss? I don't know. I'm gonna try entering by market with stop loss here like this. Like we'll probably look for a sell here soon. And then if we can drag it after, we'll put it at 50 ticks, and if we can drag it closer or further or whatever, we'll try that. Let's see if this works though. It should be popping up though on the chart already, which is why I don't think it will. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, GamerCat. We're gonna try that. If that doesn't work, we'll try something else. Well, we know what's gonna work if this doesn't work. What in the world is it just deciding how big it wants my stop loss to be? We wanted price to close back above there. For me, it also doesn't pop up, so I believe it'll work since it does for me. Oh, so like right now, GamerCat, like how we have it set up, we got a stop loss when we sell right here by market. Even though it's not showing it right here, you're saying it will show it once we're in the trade? Okay. Alright. We're gonna take your word for it. If we lose any money, I'll send you my Cash App. I'm kidding. I'm just playing. I have to trade at my own risk too. It's so weird though that it works that way. I don't know. Yeah, that's how it works on Forex for sure. What's this mean? Makes you almost want to get back in just to try it, but you know we're not going to do that. We're rejecting off these levels without really kind of taking out that supply, but at the same time too, that FVG has already been tapped. It's getting tapped again here. We're creating like equal highs at this point. Not really equal, it didn't even match it. I could see price potentially coming back up higher before we go shorter, if we are going to go shorter at all. There's a FEG forming too, and we inverted the previous one there, so I don't know. Yeah, I know. We'll be able, like, if we place a stop loss through a stop limit order, I know we'll be able to for sure. I know we'll be able to for sure, but I don't know how it's gonna work if we can place our stop loss up front like this through a market order with futures. The guy in the video didn't sound very convincing, so we're either gonna have to learn to be really quick or this is gonna work. This should be what we need to push a little higher and close within here before we close lower again.
You shouldn't be here. I'm not here.
You think I'm gonna get cooked? Let's look at the higher time frame.
You may see me.
I don't know. So as long as we're below here, we're good for sells still. If we start trading above there, we're probably gonna look to match the highs up here. In my unprofessional opinion. We'll see though. I'll take buys if we get high enough for it. If we get to this line right here and then we close above there, we could probably target that wick. I mean, it's crazy. This 1 minute candle's 125 ticks. If anyone's getting cooked, it's about to be NQ. About to completely fill this initial fair value gap. We'll see though, we're not going for any crazy moves, we're just trying to scalp at this point, especially with everything going on this morning. We made 30 bucks on accident. No, not really on accident, we knew what we were taking, but I'm just saying that because we didn't have a stop loss on. Orange folder at 10. Hey Matthew, we're on the Ninja Trader account right now. We are on the Ninja Trader account. Alright, let's see what happens here soon. We're up to $531, started at 500 today. I gotta have the Match Trader account ready too. Fire off a trade on there. That one we at least know how to put the stop loss on it. Even if we don't get a massive push down, if we can close a little bit lower, we can get Alright, I sold. Yes, it worked. It worked. Alright, stop right above there. Selling on the prop account too. Hopefully I can pay attention to that. Not going to worry too much about that. Stop loss worked. I feel much better now. I feel much better now. The only problem though is I don't know how big my stop is. That's the only problem now. 79 ticks. Okay. You got me messed up if you think I'm losing this. Alright, we made another $7. We were inside that fair value gap. I'm not about to. Oh my gosh, I forgot I was on the prop account. Yeah, that's gonna be too hard to do long term. We'll trail this one a little less aggressive. We'll get re-entries on here if we need to. If we close lower again, but Especially if we close lower than here. Especially if we close lower than here. But you see how it's respecting that fair value gap right now? Could go higher. I'm gonna really try to aggressively scalp too, by the way, for some time until we get. What I've noticed the last few days, we've been kind of letting profits get away from us. I'm not gonna be able to focus on both these accounts. Yeah, I already closed profits on the cash and not on the prop account. We're gonna have to swing trade this prop account. We're gonna have to swing trade the prop account. Jeez, is it 10? It's not 10. Switch to buys here. I don't know though. 50 tick stop. Last time we were above this level, we shot up all the way up to here. See if we can't get a small push in price. Oh, it's not letting me put it. What the heck? No, it's frozen. I put it too far. I put it too far. All right, up 552. I'm not gonna be able to lock in on this cash account or this prop account. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm more concerned about this NinjaTrader account right now. What a clean play though. What a clean play. Look at our futures action already today. Stop. Guys, what do you think about a 50 tick stop too? Just so you know, like I've been thinking about that. The only reason it's here right now is because we kind of have to have a starting place for our stop. But of course, if it's a smaller candle, we don't need a 50 tick stop. We just need a 1 candle stop. But what I was thinking too about that, I was like, if we have a 210 tick candle and I want to get into a trade and maybe hope price kicks up a little higher, I don't want to risk a 210 tick candle though, you know, putting your stop behind it. So it's like, I feel like with having a 1 candle stop loss, we should still have a like maximum stop loss limit. I'm still getting used to futures. I feel like 50 ticks would be good, but sometimes I feel like maybe that's not enough. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Like if we have a really big impulse candle that, hey, there's a good opportunity to buy, but we don't want to put on crazy risk, should we have a hard limit on the stop loss to 50 ticks or so? Reach 2100s. Yeah, it could happen. That could be where we're going next. It makes sense. We'll at least do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we need to have a hard stop. That way too, we know, okay, if we're risking 3 trades for the day, we're not gonna be, you know, risking more than 150 ticks. But if we risk 3 trades on massive candles and we lose all 3, it's like we could lose 600 ticks for the day quick. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, we didn't expect to go in with that risk and like stuff like that up front. I'm gonna see if we can close below. Quick sell. Stop can be, I was gonna say right above this candle. Did it update my stop? Yeah, it did. All right, we got tagged out pretty quick there. Lost like 15 bucks. Okay, at least we know it updated the stop loss. That's 1L for the day, just so we know. Just so we know. We got a massive gap left open here. Counts at 535 right now. If we close below this level, it's going to be another good second entry potential. We didn't. I'm not going to get into that. We got these blue levels that last time price broke above, we saw price push up pretty good. We're kind of chopping here right now, so unless we see a good confirmation, we're not really interested. Still have failed to even touch that fair value gap. With it being a breakaway gap like that, we could potentially see higher prices. We've got two, and so when we say we've got 2 more losses, we don't really want to take those losses, right? But nothing yet. I would like buys above those blue lines right there. I would like to see that. I would like to see that. We'll see if we can maintain up there though. I'm gonna need another coffee. How many trades have we taken? 1, 2, 3, 4, and we lost 1. 5. Two. I'm long. That stop might not be enough. Might have to put it with the whole candle. Or else we're gonna get tagged out on trades we shouldn't be tagged out on. Yeah, we're gonna have to put the stop where the stop's respected. Unless this whole candle gets flipped right now, but technically closing below the swing low again. If we close below, we'll see if we can't flip up though. We're just gonna stick with what we've been doing the last few days. One candle stops. We close back below those buys, those not the buys, yeah, the buy levels, and we're closing below sell levels again, so it's not looking good on this trade. I like higher prices though, I really do. With that breakaway gap and that fair value gap not getting filled, and then price closing higher than all of this and above 2 swing highs, where last time when price closed above those highs, we saw price go higher. Alright, looks like we're going to trail with this green candle right here. Alright. I'm trailed with this green candle at least. Let's see if we can't get higher prices. We're in between some levels here. All we need is one good push higher. Alright, we got tagged out. We've got one more trade we can afford to lose. Jeez, we lost a lot on that trade. We're gonna see how futures goes. We're gonna see how futures treats us. Alright, we got one more trade. Maybe the 50 tick stop was necessary, but we wouldn't be saying that if it flipped higher. Our theory was definitely right though, that you could trade a lot heavier on futures than you can on Forex. Let's get all these little arrows off. It's kind of too messy. Nothing right now. Jeez, look at how much price has flown from that. If we don't know what else it's gonna do, that's what it's gonna do. I mean, we didn't even sweep the 2100 levels. Trying those buys again, maybe. I feel like it's faster on the actual trading view chart. A lot faster for some reason. Yeah, that 50 tick stop. Yeah, I don't know. That should have been what we were at, because we're gonna listen. I said this before, I'll say it again. Do not follow a thing I'm doing right now. Just hang out and trade with me until I figure out this this whole futures world. See if we get more attempts on the buys. We do not. That orange folder just not do anything, or what? We're touching that fair value gap for the first time. Alright, we're short. 50 tick stop. We're gonna stick with that, guys. I should have before, but we're learning, right? No point losing on this. Guys, we're back. We're back.
Couldn't leave it, could you?
We're back. Ah, let's go. Back to 530. We were up to 550, down to 480, back to 530. Oh, I'm still in this on the prop account. I'm pushing 75 bucks. Honestly, let's trail it on this. I keep saying let's trail it, and then it keeps pulling back. We're gonna let a runner go on the prop account. Stops at break even. Wow, it's going right for break even, huh? Look at this though, buys right back above this level already. We could get a little kick in price. Is that? That's not even buys. That sells. What is wrong with futures? Was I not in a buy? Guys, for real, I'm so serious. Like, I'm not this ignorant. I'm not this ignorant. Just ignore me for the first few weeks. Just come to hang out. We're trailed in though on this prop account. I might just pass. Just close below there. I'm short. This could be our last trade for the day if we get tagged out. We're like inside this bar right now, which is not ideal. Alright, that's it for the day. That's it for the day. Up 14 bucks, up 3%. That's it. Alright. That's 3 losses, so we're gonna be done for this little power hour. But we made 3%, 15 bucks. So we got some work to do. We got some work to do when it comes to futures. We 100% have some work to do. Seems like it's just chopping up in some levels right now, so it's not a bad time to be out of the market. I'd be lying though if I said my heart wasn't beating a little faster right now than it beats when I trade Forex. Watch this, watch. Yeah, that's insane. we were active in the markets today. Yeah, that's I actually remembered that last night. When I was thinking about it, like, we just need to go for small movements at a time. That's what happened in this first movement, right? This movement, we got into a buy right here. Price started pushing, we just closed quick, because you don't know what's gonna happen ever. It could flip quick. But yeah, we got the prop account pretty much at the same place we started today. 273. I'm not against trading the oh man, we got in this buy right here too. Oh, I was thinking this is where we got in. No, we did. Right? We got in just now for a buy right here. Or was it a sell? No, I don't know. But we got about 15 minutes left. I didn't take as many positions on the prop challenge, so I'll finish off the day with trades on there. But I'm not. We took 3 L's on the cash account. We are not trading anymore on here. Not for right now, at least. Maybe later. Yeah, we're gonna gather little by little. Little by little. I still like buys above these blue levels. The only resistance I think is mainly this swing low right here, but these are 2 swing highs, but they kind of just meet at the swing low, which is right here, which price has been dumping off of. It might just go lower again though. We'll see. I'm not against taking the shorts on the prop account here. Yeah, the problem is I can't trade a lower lot size. I literally can't trade a lower lot size. I'm gonna bring it over for you all. There's literally no lower lot. It's literally 1 micro. That's why we're seeing those swings. I'm trading the smallest lot size possible, and we're literally seeing our account. We were up at 1.10%. We're at 3% right now. Lost like 7% in one trade. I'm not concerned about percentages though, like where the account's at now. It's just dollar amounts, like trying to make 50 bucks a trade, risking 50 bucks. I'm really treating it like a $5,000 account with just $500 in drawdown. Kind of just like you would a prop challenge, right? So yeah, like if we get a nice push in price here, let's say we're up 70 bucks or whatever, 1.5%. Like I'm either just gonna trail aggressive or lock in. This FEG is right here. We don't ideally want it to come back in that, but we are respecting this one down here. So we could see it kick back up, unfortunately. Fair value gaps I think are going to be important for us to pay attention to when we're scalping. Yeah, that's probably why. But you see at the same time too though, even though we entered right here, like we still got a kick for what, 35 ticks? We got a 35 tick kick, so it's like cash account wise with the spreads we've got, that would have been an easy quick profit. But yeah, we're gonna have to 100% pay attention to these. Yeah, or else we could get into some trouble probably. We're respecting the one though it just made. And we're respecting it pretty nicely and then closing back below. Maybe closing back below. We got 12 minutes. Let's try one more short on this little pair right here. Let's try one more short. Might be it. It might be over for that. Yeah. Tagged out. Wow. That might be all she wrote. This is why we're going to need that 3 trade cutoff though on the cash account, because we're not going to be sitting here getting destroyed like this. At least we're green for the day so far on the cash account. They want the buys to happen, I really feel it, but they're just not. I mean, we got all the pullback we needed to continue higher. We could be heading to the top of this very range, but who knows at this point. At this point, we'd be better off every time a bear candle closes just to buy, and every time a green candle closes just to sell. That could be the consolidation play. Like, watch. No, I'm not about to do it. We're closing below all those swing lows. Again. People are definitely in on this fair value gap play too, especially since both got respected. We definitely could come lower and take out stops. And we inverted it. Alright guys, one last hurrah with this account. We're gonna pass or fail on this. No, I'm kidding. We might. We might. We're done for the day on the cash account. Up $14.30, day 1 on the cash account, or session 1. We're gonna attempt to come back later. Oh yeah, if we make 5% daily for 6 months, it's game over. We're just kind of testing out trades on this prop account now. We're actually getting beat up pretty bad, but we're being a little loose with it. I'm really not interested in trading both accounts at once, so I'm either gonna take swing trades on this account or just kind of take the after hour trades with it. But we could see we could see price come all the way down here again, or at least enough. At least enough. I'm gonna let this trail kind of loosely. Yeah, it's compound interest is insane. While this trade's going, I'm gonna go get more coffee. You guys need to trail my stop for me. All right. All right, guys. So, we honestly, I don't even really care about that account. I'm just happy to be in the prop account. We need to be crystal clear though on what we're doing when it comes to risk. So there was a few instances where we realized that a full candle stop loss would be like potentially a 20% loss on the account, right? So like when we short like a candle like this big candle right here, ideally we don't want to give it that much, right? We don't want to give 148 ticks if we're deciding to short off of here. That being said, a 50 tick stop wouldn't be a bad thing, right? Sometimes we're gonna lose trades we shouldn't have lost, but never will we have, you know, a 200 tick, 150 tick, 170 tick loss like that. That could burn our account if we catch a few in a row. You know what I mean? So I think we need to have an accepted risk, maybe 50 ticks. I feel like that's reasonable. I know at the end of the day it's definitely reasonable, and it doesn't need to be that big if the candle's smaller. Like, let's see. I mean, these candles are just big. They're 100 tick 1 minute candles, you know? So we really don't even, when we get price to push for us too, we can get profits relatively quick. It looks like this prop account trade's actually about to get destroyed. I don't even want you guys to see it. I don't even want to watch it with you. I feel like we're throwing it away, but at the same time too, we just kind of bought it to practice while we were waiting for futures, and we happened to be running it up. But it'd be a shame if it just went to waste. Alright, so the goal is 3.2 million then by the end of the year off this $500 account. That's gonna be a crazy YouTube series. That's crazy. Yeah, depending on how we're doing too, we can deposit and stuff at some point. But I didn't want to put in a lot of money up front, because imagine we taking swings like that on like a 10K account. Like, no, we would have stopped trading futures as quick as we started. I feel like we got to ease our way into that.
YouTubers, if you're
Oh, we're
stuck at
still in the
5 to
trade,
10K
huh?
per month and you're tired of relying on the
Yeah,
algorithm
we
and
are.
sponsors,
We're still in shorts technically, way down here, but I'm checking something I gotta check. Oh yeah, you heard that sound. All right, boys. We're gonna be done for right now. We're going to be back for the power hour. One thing I'm thinking about too in the evenings, it's like maybe we take maybe just one setup in the evenings. I don't know. We're gonna have to really dial in like a trade limit in a very, very particular way we want to attack this. I do not want to be trading like all morning like that, right? You know what I mean? So like maybe we have a system in place where it's like, okay, we got a 50 tick stop, and then maybe it's like we're just trying to have green session after green session. So it's like maybe we get 3 attempts, right? Like, and if you guys are here, let me know your thoughts. This is just things I'm trying to think through, because this trading like all day or even for an hour like that straight and placing like 10-12 trades, there's more prone to failure than prone to success in my opinion, especially if a market gets choppy, right? So if a market's not choppy though, straight off the bat like we had today, I mean, we caught a clean move here, caught a clean move there, it's like, but from the jump, like if you think about it, that 100 tick move that we caught right off the bat, that's like a you're up 5%, and it's like, okay, let's be done. But if we would have lost, it's like, okay, let's get one more try to be green for the day. If we lose again, let's get a third try to be green for the day. And then like, okay, if you don't hit it in 3 tries, it's like maybe just stop for the day. And you'll probably end up break even. You probably win one of them at least, but hopefully you're profitable enough. But there's got to be some type of boundaries. There's got to be, yeah, the small gains are going to add up. So my goal is to just take them quick, but there's got to be some type of limit. Like I think the goal, like if we had to ask ourselves what's the goal is to be green every time we get on the charts. So it's like if we're even a little bit green, we're gonna you know, it's gonna add up, and it's gonna ultimately build momentum and confidence. Okay, we were green at the open, we were green at the close, the next day we're green at the open, we're green at the close, and it might seem like we're barely doing anything because our trades are like 1 minute. But if we're adding, boom, 2.5%, boom, 4% on that trade, boom, we're up 1%. We're going to grow this small account pretty quick. And then once we get the hang of things and we start getting comfortable, then we'll have the ability to start adding capital, because we'll trust that we're not going to absolutely crash out. So that's my thoughts. And we're going to sign off for now. So we're going to close it out still. Father, we just thank you for bringing us together this morning. We thank you for just inviting us to be closer to you in our lives. And I pray that you keep drawing us individually into alone time with you, so that we can get to know you and your heart towards us, Father. Father, I just pray for clarity. I pray for clarity in my life. I pray for clarity in my brother's life. I pray that all the distractions that get to us on a daily basis, they're just wiped away. Even if it's just for today, Father, so that we can focus on you and what's important. And I just pray that any confusion that we have about anything in our lives, I pray that you just help us sort through those things. Help us get into your word, so that as we read your word, those things will just automatically sort themselves out. Father, we love you. We thank you for Jesus and him dying for us and providing a way where from our end there was absolutely no other way. So we love you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Amen, team. We're going to be back. I'm going to try to iron out some of the details on how exactly I want to manage risk, because the cash account, it's a little faster. It's a little faster paced. So I'll ping the chat about what I come up with. Love you guys. I'll see you later. I might not be here later, but if I am, I'll see you then. I'll let you know in the chat.